Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dominique Belger, and welcome to our home buying with HUECU. Now, before we get started, I wanted to go over a few things with you. We are reducing any of the background noises. So if your dog is barking, your kids are crying, it's okay. We won't be able to hear you. And also, please use the Q&A feature. Just let us know where you're joining us from, if it's from Boston or anywhere else, and I could check it out and see where you're joining us from. In the meanwhile, I wanted to remind you that we are recording this session. So if you missed a portion of it and you wanted to play it again and just to watch it again and just to kind of get that information, because it's going to be a lot of information. So get your pen and paper ready so you can watch this recording on our YouTube channel at My HUECU. And at the end, we have a survey just to let us know how we did and how we can improve. All righty. So let's get started. So I wanted to give you a quick background about, the difference between a credit union and a bank. So the credit union really solely exists for its members. We definitely try to give you better rates and loans and any kind of fees, any profit that we make, we pass it on to our members. So we're here for you. We give you better services and of course a better business model. And we try to really do well and do good for the community. And I have some good news for our LMA members. We are opening a new branch, and that should be happening end of October or so. So we'll keep you up to date and give you all the heads up what's happening. So that's really good news. We're opening this new branch. It's right on Brookline Avenue. And so it's near the Beth Israel West Campus. So without further ado, we wanted to introduce you today with our presenter, Ryan Douglas. He is part of our MLO team. He usually is at the Assembly Row community. And Ryan, come on in. Let me see. Turn on your camera.
All right. Hey, Dominique, how you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing very well. Thank you very much.
All right. I'm going to turn off my camera and let you take over.
Perfect. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. As Dominique just said, my name is Ryan Douglas. Currently working out of the MGH branch, but I also serve Assembly Row in Charlestown. So all those satellite branches and wherever you're coming from too, I'm happy to help you out. So today's agenda, we're going to go, you can just go back.
Sorry. Sorry. I'm in a hurry.
Oh, yeah.
Let me mute
Aren't
myself.
we all?
Yes.
So today's agenda, we're going to go through the home buying journey. We're going to walk you through the process of home buying. We're going to go through the mortgage qualification and the loan process. And then after all of that's complete, we're going to go through the next steps to becoming a homeowner. I'm going to jump off the camera here so we can give you the full screen and we can jump on into it. Next slide, please, Dominique. Perfect. So to start off, there's several benefits of having HUECU on your team for helping you out with your mortgage. We offer a personalized service to all of our members. We'd love to assist you with anything. We're always on call for you as well. We have a range of mortgage products that we can tailor specifically to you as the borrower. We offer competitive rates and some pretty awesome credits too for our borrowers as well. For our first-time home buyers, we offer an 1/8% discount on all of our advertised rates. We have some great programs for as low as 3% down. And then we also offer closing cost credits as well for all of our borrowers. For our mortgage process, we do have a good digital process. We just got a new system. So we're happy to make a jump into that digital sphere and make things easier for you guys. We have in-house loan servicing. So everything's on site. If you ever have any issue, just reach out to one of us. We'll get you, the answer. We'll get you all situated and helped out. We have portfolio lending capability and we have relationship credits for all of our borrowers as well. Next slide, please. Perfect. So the current real estate temperature, as I'm sure you're aware, the past 2 years have been a little crazy. It's been a really hot market. Coming into the fall here, we're starting to see a little bit of a cool off period with the market conditions, not as competitive as it once was, still a little competition in the Boston area. Greater Boston area, we're seeing more inventory coming to market. So hopefully that'll level everything off. The interest rates are still a little high. Continue to monitor them, check in with us. And, hopefully they start to level off here in the near future. So where do you start for your home buying process? The best Best way to start is with a pre-qualification. So with this pre-qualification, it's gonna be non-invasive. What we're gonna do is you'll have a conversation with one of the loan originators, whether it be with us or another bank. And with that, we'll be able to calculate based on our lending guidelines, how much you might qualify for as a borrower. And that's not going to require any hard inquiries, credit pulls, any kind of asset documents. It's more or less just a conversation to give you that better idea of where you're going to land for your pre-qualified amount. Following that, if you want to proceed with an official pre-approval letter, what we can do is we can verify your credit. We'll run a credit check, your down payment sources. We'll go through all the products with you. We'll check out your assets and income. And then once that's all been verified, everything has been calculated, we will issue you that pre-approval certificate. You're going to be ready to start home buying, and you have 90 days on that certificate to begin the process of purchasing your home and checking out properties as a serious home buyer. Next slide, please. And then as a great, added benefit to our members at HUECU, we have a working relationship with Green Path Financial. So depending where you are in the process, kind of getting your, your financial planning in order, it's a great resource to reach out to them. They can assist you kind of with, budgeting and, all of your goals that you'd like to meet in the future. So you're pre-approved, you're ready to, kind of put your boots on the ground there and take a look at some properties and, being serious about purchasing your, your next home. So what you want to do is you want to make a list of everything that you're looking for in your home. So you want to look for location. Is it close to work, good schools, urban, suburban, whatever's going to fit your needs the best. Definitely that's going to be one of the, the biggest factors. The property type as well. Are you looking for a condo? Are you looking for a single family or a multifamily? What features are you looking for? Do you need a large yard for your dog to run around? Do you want a pool? What are your must-haves? You want to kind of compile all of this, and that way you're going to be ready when you can start identifying those properties. You can utilize the searches online and everything, and then you're going to be ready to jump into purchasing your home. So you found the place that meets all that criteria that I just went over. Now what do you do? So what you're going to do next slide, please, Dominique. You're going to want to assemble your team. So you're going to want to find a lender that's going to have an excellent product menu that can fit your needs. You want to make sure that loan officer availability is there. With HUECU, I'll just let you know off the bat, we're available 7 days a week. So you call us in the middle of the Patriots game on a Sunday, we're going to be picking up to assist you once if you have any questions, we're there for you. And that's also going to offer that great service as well. You also want to find your buyer's agent. They're going to be kind of the central point of all this. They're going to be working with the sellers and with you and with the lender and the attorneys. You want to make sure that they're community based in the area that you are looking to purchase your home in. Make sure that they're working full time. So they're going to be out there working for you full time, and also experience goes a long way in this industry as well for the agents. The next part is you're going to want to find your real estate specific attorney. So they're going to handle the closing. They're going to negotiate your purchase and sales, handle everything on the legal aspect of your transaction here. So when you've found that property and you've assembled your team and you're ready to prepare an offer, what you're going to do is you're going to sit down with your realtor and you're going to draft off that offer to purchase. So in this, you're going to have your good faith deposit. It's usually $1,000 or more, depending on how you decide to proceed. That's going to be that's going to bind your offer that you're going to submit. Also listed in this, you're going to have your contingencies, whether it be your mortgage contingency, inspection contingency, appraisal contingencies. Also listed in this, you'll have your closing date, your time frame for response from the seller for the offer that's been made, and then the attorney to negotiate the purchase and sales within 7 to 10 days of that offer being submitted. So you submitted that offer. The offer has been accepted by the seller. Now it's time to apply for your official mortgage, your official, your formal mortgage application. So with that, you'll obtain your loan estimate. It's going to outline all the costs that's going to be associated with the transaction. You'll submit your application, and then with that, you'll be able to lock in your interest rate, and then we can begin the mortgage process. So with the mortgage process, we're going to request several pieces of documentation from you, including sources of your down payment, but also your W-2s, bank statements, any kind of, we'll send out a specific list to your transaction that will be required to be reviewed in order to issue you credit for your mortgage there. And then following this, we're going to order the appraisal. So there's going to be an appraisal done of the property. Once we have the appraisal order returned and we have all those documents, we're going to send your loan off to underwriting. And then once the loan's in underwriting, the loan will be reviewed for approval and the commitment letter will be issued. So following this commitment letter being issued, the loan will be cleared to close and the attorney is going to be notified to prepare for the closing. On the right-hand side, please note a few things to keep in mind while you're in the active mortgage process. Please do not apply for any new credit, no credit cards, auto loans. It could have potential to throw off all of your ratios for lending. And no debt escalation while in process. So if you have active, debt revolving lines or anything, please don't run up the credit lines there because we'll have to factor in all these new monthly payments into your ratios. So the closing. About 4 to 7 days prior to closing, the final figures will be sent out to you. They'll send them out electronically. It's going to be the closing disclosure. It's going to be completely everything, all the costs associated with finalized specific to the property that you're purchasing. And then 24 hours prior to the closing, you're going to do a walkthrough with your real estate agent, make sure everything's in working order that was negotiated in purchase and sales, or haven't been any changes or damages. And that way, then the following day, you'll be ready for your closing. Next slide, please. Perfect. So this is just a good reference if you want to come back to the slides. This is the roadmap of the entire process for obtaining your mortgage. So you start with your your pre-approval. Following that, once you're pre-approved, you submit your offer to purchase. You have the accepted purchase and sales agreement is executed. That's 7 to 10 days after that offer. Your loan application is submitted and the option to lock the interest rate. You receive the loan estimate and the disclosures are issued. The supporting documents are submitted for processing and review. Once those are submitted for review, the application is processed with income and assets verified, credit reviewed, appraisal received. Following that, the mortgage commitment will be issued by the underwriting department. We are going to send over the closing instructions to the attorney so they can draft a CD with our closing department. The credit report is going to be updated and employment going to be re-verified. We do this about 48 hours prior to closing to make sure there haven't been any changes in your credit report. That's with the debt escalation I was mentioning before, and make sure there haven't been any changes with your employment. And then we'll issue that closing disclosure. So another great resource for any kind of mortgage related questions you might have, you can go right to our website, huecu.org/home loans. On there, we have a great breakdown of all of our products and services that we offer for our mortgage products. We have some great calculators you can use as well for trying to figure everything out, for monthly payments and etc. Next slide, please. Perfect. So at the credit union, we have 5 mortgage loan originators on staff, and we'd be more than happy to assist you with any questions that you ever have. We have Helen, Michael, myself, Daisy, and Sharon, and being part of the same community, there's no greater joy than helping you guys obtain your purchase of your home. If at the end of this presentation, if you could please take the workshop survey, huecu.org/survey. Dominique will be able to tell you more on that.
Sorry about that. I had some technical issues. We have some questions in the Q&A. Is it possible to find out mortgage approval amount without having a property in mind?
Oh, yes, absolutely. So that's under the pre-qualification process. What we can do throughout that, when you do reach out to us for a pre-qualification, what we'll do is we can kind of help you, find out the maximums that you're looking for. If you had a purchase price in mind, it's we don't need a specific property to do so. So if you wanted to, schedule a time to meet with one of us, we'd be more than happy to help you out with that.
All right, we have someone joining us from Taunton, but they didn't have a question. Anyone else have questions? Please send them in to the Q&A. Let's see what's going on. We don't have wait, someone else just put in a question. No, not a whole lot of questions. Let me see. They wanted to make sure if the slide would be available afterwards. Yes, it would be available on our YouTube channel at My HUECU. If you missed a portion, if you like, for example, missed the beginning of it, you can definitely catch it again. Let's see, someone else just put in a question. Before I apply for a mortgage application, is it better to have a lease or a car loan?
A lease or a car loan. I mean, both products are those are going to be on your credit report. So I mean, either way, it's going to be, it's going to be a liability that will factor in whichever one it is. It doesn't really factor one way or another. It will still factor that monthly payment into your qualified amounts.
Okay. We have one. What is a typical closing fee?
Typical closing fee, a good rule of thumb is about 1.5% of the purchase price. It's, it is going to be specific to that property because there's going to be taxes involved. So, they do vary by town. So, I mean, just as you're starting out, 1.5%, I would say, just to kind of keep that factor in mind as you are looking.
Okay. Another one is, do I need to submit my tax info for pre-approval?
For a pre-approval, we won't need it unless you are self-employed. So if you're self-employed, we will need 2 years. If you're a W-2 employee, then no, just your W-2s and your pay stubs will be fine for that.
All right. Next question is, having an attorney a must for in the home buying process?
Yes, so you will need an attorney because we're going to have they're going to be the settlement agent for the banks and everybody involved with it. You can, you'll have to have a closing attorney to handle that. If you have a personal representation for the purchase and sales agreement, you can do that route as well. But for actually handling the funds for the closing, from the bank sending the money to the attorney to, they're going to be handling everything. Yes, that will be required to have an approved real estate closing attorney.
All right. Someone asked, do you participate in any first-time home buyer programs?
Yes, so we do. We have Fannie Mae Home Ready that we use, and that's at the beginning of the slide. That's one of our programs. It's 3% down. It's the lowest, down payment program that we do offer. So it's not a conventional mortgage, but it is 3% down. It's for first-time home buyers if you meet qualifications.
Okay. Someone asked, is there any employee discount for this process for DFCI employees?
Yes, so DFCI, you do get 1/8% discount if you're not a first-time home buyer. You can't couple those together, so you still get that discount, but there is an additional closing cost credit for DFCI. You receive $750 off the closing cost.
That's good. Every little bit helps.
Absolutely.
Okay. Someone asked, how are joint accounts calculated when it comes to DTI?
So yes, with the joint accounts, we're going to use both applicants. We're going to use their income and all their liabilities as well. So we're going to kind of average the two together, and we'll be able to generate that for you.
Okay. Next question is, what is the fee for attorneys typically?
So the fee for attorneys for first-time home buyers, it's the credit union sets that fee. So for first-time home buyers, it's gonna be $600 for the settlement fee there. For non-first-time home buyers, it's $750. So we give a $150 credit towards that attorney fee for first-time home buyers.
Like a good discount. All right.
That's it.
Do first-time home buyers have to put 3% down, or can it be more?
Yes, so 3% is that's for Fannie Mae Home Ready. The program a conventional mortgage is 5% down or more. Okay. So that would be, yeah.
Someone asked, if we do 3% down, then do I need to pay mortgage insurance?
Yes, so for any mortgage without 20% down, it is going to be a requirement for private mortgage insurance. And that's something, it's the rate on that will be specific to your transaction and you as the borrower. It's always best you can reach out and we can help you with a quote on that too, if you wanted to reach out to one of the loan officers. So you can have a
Right.
better understanding.
Right, good stuff. Keep the questions coming. Next one is, can you utilize your 401k as a down payment?
Yeah, I mean, you can borrow from it, or you could take a withdrawal. It's definitely an option for you. Best to speak though, I mean, with a financial planner before, because of the tax repercussions. I'm unfortunately not one, so I would definitely consult with somebody. Maybe Green Path can help you with that if you wanted to reach out and set up a consultation with them.
Absolutely. All right, another one. Do both home buyers need to be first-time home buyers to qualify for those benefits, or can anyone be a first-time home buyer?
No, as long as one of the borrowers is a first-time home buyer, you qualify. And if you guys have also, if you haven't had ownership in a home within 3 years, you qualify as a first-time home buyer again.
Right. I don't think I have any more questions. Anyone else?
Well,
Let's see. Oh,
if there's ever any follow-up, you can reach out to one of us, schedule a call with or myself or one of the 4 other loan officers. We'd be happy to answer any follow-ups.
all right. Thank you everyone for attending. Remember at the end, we have a survey. So it's huecu.org/survey. Thank you so much, Ryan, for giving us so much insight and so much information. And of course, we wanted to remind everyone that if you've missed a portion of this, to watch it on our YouTube channel at My HUECU. And this information here is just really for your knowledge. We are just sharing all of this information because you are members of the credit union, and definitely get in touch with your financial person to see what works for you and your personal financial needs. Thank you so much again, Ryan, and we really appreciate your help
Thanks,
today.
Dominique. Thank you,
All
everybody.
right. Thank you. And
Have a wonderful
also
day.
to keep in touch with us. Have a great day, Ryan. To keep in touch with us, follow us on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, as well as Twitter, and at My HUECU. And if you have any questions, definitely reach out to us online or come to one of our branches, and we are more than happy to assist you. Thank you so much again for joining us today. Have a great day and see you again next time.